Hi, I'm Gabby, and in this video I'm going to show you around the exterior of our duplex and all the DIY projects and other projects that I've done in this 1950s duplex renovation. I have two previous videos that take you around the inside of the duplex unit where I live and the upstairs unit that we rent out. I have spent the last 4 years completely transforming this place. It's pretty unrecognizable to what it was before. So today I'm going to show you around the outside. When we got it, it was all like that red brick. The exterior had stucco falling off, old windows. It was in really rough shape, and it's taken me some time, but little by little space I've gotten through this whole outside, and it's become such a special place, and it feels like an oasis and just makes me so happy. So let me show you around. One of the first things we did out here when we bought the place was have turf put in. I did not do this myself. We had some major plumbing issues in this place, like major. When we got the inspection, they noted that the plumbing pipes going from the house to the street were at an angle going up. So that wasn't good. We had to take care of that. When we first got the place, we had plumbers dig a trench from the house all the way through this backyard. We live by the beach, so there's all sand underneath. We had like a giant sand trench. And so that naturally tore up everything that was here. It was pretty unusable to start because it was just like pavers and rocks, not the best use of space. So once that job was done, I needed help leveling this whole thing out, the big machine. So I had someone come and do it and lay down turf, which was such a game changer. The next thing that I also hired out was removing all of the old red brick. It was brick mania back here. I had people come remove all the brick, again, sand underneath, level it, put new pavers down, and that just made everything so clean. Also, they put stucco on the half brick wall that's just down here. In addition to that, we had all new windows put in, and I got lots of stories on that. That's for another time. We had to have new railings, the decks redone because there was so much termite damage. That's all the big stuff. One thing that transformed the space so enormously was painting the fence. It was this ugly brown color before. I wanted something to contrast the color of the house, and I thought that dark pop of color would look great. Once the bones of everything were done, I started on the DIY project. So let me take you through all the things I did to create like little zones throughout the backyard for the ultimate hanging enjoyment area. One of the very first DIY projects I did back here was building this playhouse for my daughter. I figured if she had a place to play while I did all my projects, then that would be the best thing. So I wanted to make use of this little back space. We pulled a lot of plants out back here, but there was cute lemon tree that I wanted to preserve, and it makes so many great lemons every year, and it's so cute and I love it. So I wanted to try to fit something in the space next to it, but also make use of such a small area. So I raised it off the ground so that you could also utilize the underneath space. This was my first time building something like this. I was actually inspired by Cass Makes Home, and I had seen that and thought it was really cool. So I just took inspiration from a lot of different ones and came up with my own custom measurements for what fit in my space, which is what I love so much about DIY. Like, I couldn't have bought a playhouse, even though I wouldn't have spent that kind of money, but I couldn't have bought a playhouse to fit perfectly in this space, and this just like fits so perfectly in that little corner. One thing about it is that I cut the legs to a 4-foot height, and then I put 1 cement blocks underneath the legs, but I bought a 4-foot slide. So that 4-foot slide is up 5 feet and goes very fast. The kids love it. Working our way this way, the next thing I did over here was paint this giant sliding door. We did have all the windows in here replaced, but this door was on the newer side. It wasn't from the 50s like all the other windows and doors were. It had been replaced. This is like a detached studio unit to the duplex. I'll show you in there another time. I've got lots of projects that are gonna happen in there. It's like a converted studio with a little mini kitchen and a little bathroom. This door was white before, and I wanted it to match the other windows without having to spend money to put a whole new one in. So I painted it, and it's been a few years and it's lasted great. And I just like, it's crazy how much it elevated the whole look of the door. And I just think it looks like it was always meant to be that way. The next thing I did is build the sectional that converts into a bed. I had this vision to have outdoor movie nights out here, and it took me 3 years to make that vision come to life, but I finally just got a projector. It's so fun to convert it into a bed and project movies onto the wall there. It can also be converted into a sectional, which is how we live with it most days, but it's like this because my daughter's having some friends over for a little movie night tonight. I used TimberTech decking material and I wrapped it around 2x4s, and I love that. First of all, it has such a clean look. I copied something I saw online that was thousands and thousands of dollars, but I love that that material is gonna last forever. It's not gonna wear down like normal wood, and I just think it has such a clean, sleek look. I love it. Also, I custom ordered the cushions to have a little space as a table, and you can see in the other version of it when it's in sectional form how it kind of creates a table at either end, which I thought was really cute. This is actually the original door that I preserved. I just figured I would try and see if it works to paint it, and I pulled out the screen that was in there and had a custom reeded glass sized and just put trim around to attach it in, and it was like a super cheap easy fix, replace the hinges, and that was it. Let me show you in this room because I did something in there too. Before I show you what I did with the space, let me just tell you that this room used to hold a washer and dryer that was shared between both of the units in the duplex, but because I was able to convert a water heater closet in each of the units and put in a tankless and fit inside the closet a small laundry unit in each, I was able to take the washer and dryer out of this closet and use it for something else. So we got creative. This was actually something I did while my husband was out of town one week to surprise him. He's a professional athlete, and let me just show you. It's a sauna and ice bath recovery room, if you will. I thought this was such a fun use of space and a good way for him to recover. I closed up where the laundry hookups were before, and we put in this, and he uses it all the time. The ice bath, not as much anymore. So I might put in another full-size washer and dryer in here because it would be nice to have since ours is small. So TBD. Making our way over to this area of the patio, the next thing I did was build this large table. I knew I wanted a big table out here. We love to host barbecues, and I found this inspo picture and I decided to try to build it. I love that chunky aged wood look, so I used 2x6 spruce. I know I say it won't last long. It's been a few years and it's still looking pretty good, and it's not my forever table, so I decided to save money, and it worked great for me. I attached the 2x6s together using pocket holes, and I made the benches by mitering the edges, and I put brackets and corner L brackets in. Just beat the crap out of it with all the tools in my garage to create this. I'm super happy with it. It's gotten a ton of use. Another reason I wanted to build custom other than saving was because this pathway is a bit narrow, and so that way I was able to build the table more narrow than most tables are made to leave room to walk by clearly. This is the little chiminea area our little fireplace hang. And we love sitting outside and having fires. My husband craves nature so much, so anything I could do to bring nature here with planting the big trees and all the things. It was actually my husband's idea to put the chiminea up there. So I found these concrete blocks and I actually put them inside the dirt and stuccoed around them to make a platform for the chiminea so that it would sit up. It's kind of nice when it's like more at face level and you can sit around it. And this little space has been really fun for us on many nights. The other thing I did over here was build these little planter boxes out of scrap wood and popsicle sticks for that little touch in the corner. I'm such a bad green thumb. So I decided to put fake plants in there because I just didn't want to look at dead plants in the window all the time. But I think they look great. I went to Michael's and picked out some ones that felt real, and I think it's like such a good option. And when surrounded by other real plants and use real dirt with it, it still feels real enough. And then for the finishing touch, I hung these pendant lights. They're not actually hardwired. Again, I love that hack. I just screwed them into the ceiling and then I used battery powered remote puck lights that just come in and out on a magnet. And last but not least, the outdoor kitchen. This thing was wild to build. It was my first time doing stucco, my first time doing a DIY concrete countertop, and also my first time doing cement board, which had its fair share of challenges, but I'm so happy with how it turned out. We had a freestanding grill here before, and I just thought it would be so cool to kind of frame this area in, and so I had an idea to do a little L shape built in. I used a uniframe system, which made it super easy. They're really customizable, and then built the cement board and the stucco around it, and we've got trash can and drink fridge, and we're all set and ready for barbecues. Who's coming over? And that's it. It's been so fun going down memory lane with you all and reliving the last few years of chaos and all of the projects that came with it. I'm so excited for the next set of projects to come. Thanks for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe.